Thaila, and I thought I would sit down on my sofa in my living room with a cup of tea and just chat to you guys because I did not vlog this week. So I thought, let's, instead of not uploading anything, let's just upload a chatty video. So yeah, let's just pretend that we're hanging out in my living room and we're just having a chat. Obviously it's only one way because I don't know what you're saying, but your kind of side of the conversation can be in the comments. Tea is just so good. This week's been really interesting, mostly on an ostomy side of things because several things. Number one, I've decided to try the Coloplast Sensura Mio because I did used to use the X Pro. I've used the Sensura X Pro, still by Coloplast, but I've used that for like the last 6 years and it's fine, but I just don't like the pouch bit of it. But I really like the Mio pouch because it's like waterproof and all that kind of stuff. So I did try it originally, but I don't know, with my ileostomy for some reason it just didn't really work. I don't know why. I think it's just that the output was so aggressive from my ileostomy that it just didn't quite work with the adhesive. However, now that my stoma is a colostomy, it's sort of less acidic. It doesn't seem to break down the adhesive as much. So I thought I'll give the Mio another go. So this is the second day that I've been wearing the Mio and so far I'm in love. I knew I would be with the pouch side of things. It was just the adhesive I wasn't sure about, but I'm using one of their moldable rings as well and it just helps. So that's, yeah, so far so good. We'll see how long a wear time I can get out of it. But I was just like, every time I'd see a picture of someone with the Mio, I was like, I really should give that a go. And then I kept forgetting. And then if you are an ostomer and you know what it's like when you change appliance, like as in different brand, like trying a new bag, you kind of want to trial it at home, like so you know when you're not going anywhere, in case anything does happen. Luckily nothing did, but you just have that fear of, oh my god, what if I try a new one and then all of a sudden there's like leak after leak. So yeah, I decided to try it this weekend because Chris had gone to Amsterdam. So I was like a weekend on my own, I didn't have to go anywhere, and I thought I would trial my bag and see kind of how it went. So that's what happened. Secondly, I think, and this is going to sound really weird because the last 6 years, my ileostomy anyway, I've only had a couple of blockages. One was an apple skin and the other one was potato skin. So I learned from my mistakes and yeah, I don't eat apple skin, I don't eat potato skin anymore. But since I had my surgery in May, I've noticed that there's a couple of foods that really cause trouble. And if you kind of had to guess what they'd be, you'd say, oh, it's probably vegetables, it's probably fruits, whatever. No. Guess what's causing me the most problems at the minute? Chips. I know. Anytime I eat chips now, it causes like, not a full blockage, but it really feels like uncomfortable. And I'm like, I've been trying to sort of eliminate what it could be because I thought maybe it's something else. Nope, it's chips. Every time I have chips, it causes problems. And I'm like, oh my god, it's like one of my favourite things. So I'm now having to sort of think about whether, I mean, it's not like I can't have it. It's not like I have a full blockage, but I'm thinking, well, this isn't fun. But it's definitely making me rethink the whole, should I have chips tonight? Probably not. So that's kind of, that's upsetting. I mean, it's probably a good thing, but I was just like, you'd expect it to be something like fruit or something that is what a lot of stoma nurses say to avoid. And usually potatoes and especially chips, there's like, well, it's one of the safer foods usually for a lot of people. And with my ileostomy, there was no problem. I could have as many chips as I wanted. Obviously not good for my waistline, but for my stoma, like it didn't cause any problems for my stoma. Whereas now, the whole chippy Friday that we have every Friday, that may not happen anymore. Although they do burgers, and burgers go down very well with no problems. So maybe I'll just stick to a burger, but with no chips. I have to have a salad on the side. Also, on Thursday, I think it was, I took part in a Twitter chat about IBD. It was called IBD Hour. If you search for that on Twitter, it's just at IBD Hour, you'll see all the kind of tweets and stuff. And Richard, who organised it, he has put like a little montage thing of like the event, so you'll see all the tweets that came through in just one little thing. It's quite clever, you'll see. But yeah, so that was quite interesting. I've never really done, I think I have taken part in something similar, but not for a long time. And I used a thing called TweetDeck, which was so much easier than using my, like, just Twitter on my phone. I might use that more often, just generally in life, because it's just so much easier. But yeah, it was really good. We've got a few people chatting, and I think it was like, it's one of a few that's coming. I don't know if it's monthly. I think it's monthly. I think the next one's October. So if you missed this one, I think it's, I want to say the 20th of October. I can't remember. I don't know where my phone is. My phone's over there. I want to say the 20th, but that might be wrong. It's a Thursday. If the 20th is a Thursday, then it's then, between 8 and 9. If not, I'll put all the details in the description, but I'm pretty sure it is the 20th. But yeah, it's you join in the chat using the hashtag IBD hour. The host, which I think is going to be Richard every time, he puts out questions and we all answer. So it's quite nice. And then if you want to go more specific in someone's conversation, you can, or if you just want to generally just take part in the whole thing, you can, or if you end up sending a message to someone privately, you can. Like, it's just a nice way to get the conversation going. And I was thinking about it, it'd be cool to have like even if it's just one of the episodes being like a stoma specific one, because as like Ostomonday, I've been doing that for like years now, but it is quite quiet these days. I don't know if it's just because I've changed the format. I don't know if it's because it's not me doing a video, it's like just a load of questions rather than me talking about my experience. Because the reason I did that is because I've already talked about my experience a gazillion times. It's already on my YouTube channel. And some things I would have probably changed a bit, or, you know, be different answers maybe. But generally it's like, well, I don't really want to talk about me all the time, which is stupid because I have a YouTube channel. But you know what I mean? Like, I've already answered the questions. I kind of wanted you guys to answer the questions now. And so that's why I've changed the format of Ostomonday like I have. It's not picking up as much as it used to, or I don't seem to see as much of a response as I used to. So I don't know whether I need to change the format a bit. I don't know whether it's, like I say, I don't know if it's because it's not me on camera or it's just a bunch of questions on screen. I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, it'd be good to have one of the episodes as like a stoma specific one. Because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, or they want to share their story, which is awesome. Like I say, October, I'll leave the details. It was fun, and I definitely recommend using TweetDeck for it because it's just so much easier. You don't miss anything. You can basically filter on a hashtag, and then you can have separate columns. So you could have like the filter for the hashtag, your mentions, your notifications, generally like any likes and stuff, and messages. That's pretty much what I had, and it was just like you saw everything and it just instantly refreshes as soon as something comes in. So if someone uses that hashtag, it just automatically pops it up at the top. It's a lot easier to look at. Anyway, what else has happened? I think that was everything that was ostomy related. So now I'm just gonna geek out for the rest of this about Red Dwarf. So if you're not interested in Red Dwarf, I'd say probably see you later. If you are geeking out about Red Dwarf right now, stick around because, oh my god. Next week, Dave starts the new series of Red Dwarf. This is series 11. So everyone was like, oh, I can't wait I think it's the 22nd it's on Dave. Oh, I can't wait till the 22nd, can't wait till the 22nd. And then all of a sudden on Twitter, there was a load of buzz about, oh my god, the new episode's out. And we were like, what? And apparently you could watch it in advance on UK TV, which, by the way, marketing guys, very clever. But you basically can sign up to UK TV and watch the first episode well in advance. It was like a week, I think it was, yeah, a week before. And so obviously I signed up and did it. And the first episode was called xTxx, and I absolutely loved it. It felt like the old series again. Oh, I won't do any spoilers or anything, but it did have that feel of between sort of series 3 and 5. So because of that, I've now been watching the whole of the old series again, and it is just so, it's just so good. There's so many episodes that I go, oh, this is definitely my favourite. And then like another one will come on, and I'm like, oh no, this is my favourite, because there's so many good lines. It's a nice fine balance between funny to the point of almost taking the piss, but then really kind of dramatic and like exciting, and it's just such a nice mix. And the cast have always been fantastic, and I love that they're all back in they still have that bond in the new series. So yeah, I've been geeking out, and I've got Holly as my Apple Watch face. I've got two. I've got an album on my phone just called Watch Face, and it's alternating between two pictures. One of them is Holly just as himself, and then Holly when he went, look, you need to look for the nearest one of these, and dip down, and it made it look like a moon. So again, yeah, I've got those two faces on my watch, and I'm just like, I'm obsessed with it. Every time I look at my watch, I'm like, it's so cool. And I say cool, you're probably thinking, oh my god, what a loser, but I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. I accept it. I do geek out about a load of things, but mostly Red Dwarf and Sherlock. They are like the two ultimate like geekiness that I fangirl about. There are others, obviously, at the minute, Star Trek Voyager, which as I watch Star Trek Voyager, I also think of Red Dwarf anyway, because obviously they're like really far away from home and they want to get back, and there's a hologram and there's a Borg, which are very similar to the simulants, and I'm like, I see what's going on here. So yeah, that's it really. Chris has been in Amsterdam this weekend because it was his friend's stag do. He FaceTimed me last night and this morning, but last night he looked rough as balls. It was funny. So yeah, I think he's had fun. But yeah, it meant that I could sort of have the house to myself. So that's why I decided to trial the Mio. That's why I've pretty much sat and vegged in front of the TV, catching up on X Factor, watching a load of Red Dwarf, catching up on Celebrity Juice, watching random YouTube videos. Like, I just had control of the house. It was awesome. But yeah, I'm glad he's coming home tonight. Well, it's either coming tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, he might stay over at his mate's house tonight, but hopefully either tonight or tomorrow I get to see him and spend time with him, because I hate him being away. I hate not spending time with him. He's just too awesome to not spend time with, which is good seeing as I'm married to him. Well, that's it. Sorry for rambling, but I thought I better make a video because I don't like not making a video, even though I didn't vlog over the week. To be honest, there wasn't a lot of activity happening because I felt rubbish from this weird chip related, not really I don't know if it was a blockage or not, because it was functioning, but it was just really slow, if you know what I mean. Not to go into too graphic detail, but I don't know, it just didn't, I don't know, it just wasn't 100%, if you know what I mean, which made me feel a bit crappy as well. And then the next day, it all kind of moved along, shall we say, but it just, again, I didn't feel that great. So turns out that I can't have chips, or I can have chips, but in moderation, which technically I should be doing anyway. So you never know, this actually might help me with my diet. Speaking of my diet, not worked out for ages, but it's starting to get cooler these days, and it's making me want to work out more, because when it's hot and like really sunny and hot and humid, it's the last thing I want to do. But now it's getting colder, I'm like, yeah, I'll go for a walk, or yeah, I'll bang on turbo fire. So hopefully I'll get back into doing workouts, because I weighed myself again today. I've not put on weight, but I've definitely not lost it. I've just maintained, which I'm glad, because at least I'm not putting on weight, if you know what I mean, during this stagnant time, shall we say. Yeah, I'll get back on it, I promise. But yeah, leave a comment, because like I said at the beginning of this, it's like a sit down chat. So I want to hear your side of the chat now. So what have you done this week? And are you looking forward to winter like I am? And have you been watching Red Dwarf like I have? And have you used the Censura Mio like I have? Leave a load of comments, and I'll see you next time, hopefully in a proper vlog rather than just me chatting, rambling to the camera.